This year marks the 60th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act, the seminal piece of legislation in the civil rights movement that made it possible for African Americans to have the right to vote in a real manner throughout the American South. It is a hallmark of the civil rights movement.
It is to give all our people the right to choose their leaders. To deny this right, I think, is to deny democracy itself.
The Voting Rights Act made abundantly clear that the federal government would back the commitment in the Constitution to assure that the right to vote was available to people regardless of race. It reflected the triumph of a lot of grassroots workers throughout the South, including the great John Lewis, who actually had to face armed attack to bring this to the public's attention. The road to getting the Voting Rights Act in 1965 was a marathon. It was a marathon because this had been tried several times before. Legislation had been adopted, but it really wasn't effective. The only way in which it really became at the top of the agenda for the public was seeing the violent footage of people trying to march to demonstrate the problem, only to be met with violence on the part of the state. That violent episode was what convinced a lot of people that this can't be the America that we live in, and we have to do something. The state of the Voting Rights Act right now is it lives on, but it is under siege. We continue to live in a world where there are several entities, some of them in the federal government, attacking the continued legitimacy of the act as a valid tool of enforcement. It comes in the form of states raising questions about whether or not there should even be a Voting Rights Act. The one important thing that while we still have these fights continuing, the thing that you can do individually to have an impact on what happens is that you exercise that right to vote. It seems like a very specific thing and a very individualized thing, but it's the one thing that we can all do together that makes America real, and it makes our wants and our needs real. And if we don't show up, we don't have an impact.